Hey everyone, it's Relic here. We are back playing some more modded Minecraft here on Age of Engineering. So if you watched the last episode, you'll know that we finished up with the Stone Age. So we can start on the Industrial Age. Since the end of the last episode, I've spent a significant amount of time, well, probably not significant, but quite a bit anyway, gathering up some resources. And the first thing that I noticed when I was looking at the recipes, because the first thing that we're going to want is the compressor, the metal former and the macerator, which it says in the guide. Obviously the macerator, because we can't double our rolls at the moment in the smeltery, so we can use that. And yeah, the metal former as well, so we can get our plates. But we need diamonds for both of those. And yeah, I think I've got 11 diamonds, really annoyingly. I've done a little bit of mining beforehand, yeah, so we're 1 diamond short. And it does seem to be taking quite a while just to find those. But anyway, we'll get onto that in a minute. So first things first, despite the fact that I said I wasn't really going to start building a base yet, I've laid down the floor plan for how I think this is going to be. So I kind of went for a little bit of a factory theme, and yeah, the reason for that really is I guess this pack kind of reminds me a little bit of Sky Factory in a way, in that we are going to have to tie together a load of machines, and so we're going to need quite a big flat space to do that. So yeah, I've gone for this, and we're going to do the walls later. I had a little bit of a play with how I was going to get the roof to look, but yeah, it looks a bit high at the moment. Not really sure how I'm going to resolve that just yet, but yeah, that's not really a concern at the moment. I want to really get straight into getting some IndustrialCraft2 up and running, and I've not really kind of explored this since we've moved into 1.10. I had a little bit of a play with it in 1.7 before, but yeah, 1.10. I hope nothing too much has changed, and I'm going to try and put this all over in this corner over here, and this is kind of the reason why I wanted to get this floor space down. Because I know that the IndustrialCraft2 machines, once you place them down, unless you've got the right tools, you don't really want to start moving them around, because obviously they break. So first things first then, we are going to need some power, and we've got the generator here. Now thankfully that is pretty easy, so we're just going to need some insulated tin cable, a few tin item casings, and we're also going to need some iron plate, which we've got the forge hammer, we can do that, and an iron furnace, which is a bit more plate, and a furnace. And I've even noticed that we've got some of the rubber trees over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself, I can't remember what it's called now, a tree tap I think, just so we can go and grab those off of there for now, and then we'll relocate the rubber trees over here somewhere. But yeah, let's have a look, see if I can remember exactly how we make the tree tap. Probably easier just to work our way through the menu. I know there's an electric one somewhere, I think. There we go, tree tap. Right, so we just need some bits of wood to do that. So I'm going to make one of those really quickly. I'm going to go and grab the sap from over there. I'll probably relocate these as well. And yeah, I will be back once we got some rubber. Okay, and we're back. And yeah, so I found a load of rubber trees over here actually. I thought it was only 3 or 4, but it's a swamp. I don't know whether or not they grow faster there or grow more, but yeah, there's a load over there. And I can kind of see one in the distance over there. But in any case, grabbed up a load of the saplings, and the sapling drops seem to be quite good. So yeah, feeling quite lucky there really. So we've got a little bunch of those there, going to grow those up, and then hopefully we can trim the leaves off, and if we're careful we won't have to go running around looking for too many more of those. So I've been cooking up a load of the resin, and we've started to get rubber, but I don't think we need too much in the beginning. Certainly I think we only need 1 piece for the generator. Do we need any at all for the generator? If I could spell it, that would be an absolute miracle. Right, generator. Yeah, so we need 1 piece for the battery. We're going to need some insulated tin cable. And in order to do that, we're going to need to make ourselves some cutters first of all. And in order to do that, we need some plates first. So let's just get into here. Turn that into plate first of all. And I need Need my forge hammer. Yeah, so 80 uses on each of these. It's pretty cool. So let's pop a bunch of that in there because we know that we're going to need that. And I can't exactly remember what them. Have we got to do this in a crafting table? I don't think we did actually. Maybe it's like that. Yeah, it is. Right, so let's grab some iron plate. And we also need to grab out some of the tin as well, obviously. So let's just gonna make all of that into plate as well. And then we'll do the same with the copper. And that should be okay for now. Right, so let's grab that. And we know the first one that we're gonna need is some tin. So in fact, yeah, we need to make our cutters first, don't we? So let's grab that. So there's some cutters. And we've still got some tin left, have we? Yes, we have. So let's turn that into cable. And then turn that cable, or at least one of those bits, into insulated tin cable. Cool. And then we just need to go back to the generator. And hopefully we've got everything that we need to make this battery now. We need some of the tin item casings as well. I'm glad these recipes haven't changed actually, because it does make life a little bit easier. So there is our item casing. I think that is enough. And I know I've got an absolute ton of redstone over here, so grab some of that out, because I think we're going to be using quite a bit of that in this episode. So let's pop all of that together and hopefully we can make this battery, which we can. Excellent. And then finally, so we need to make the furnace first of all. So it's back over here. Do you know, I'm actually probably going to put some more crafting tables down to stop me having to run over there every single time I need something. Let's just pop some of this stuff away. I have allocated a little bit of space over here where we're going to put some storage drawers up, by the way, because obviously I don't want to have these chests just sitting there anymore. And until we get on to some better technology for storage, yeah, we're going to go with the drawers. And I do like it actually. It's quite, I tend to keep the drawers even after I've got a better system, just because it's easier to see what you've got. Obviously once you start getting into refined storage or whatever else, even RF tool storage, it's pretty hard sometimes to see what you've got. And I do like to have it on display. Right, so let's go and make a furnace. And like so. And I probably could have remembered what the recipe for this was. So we've got some missing items. I didn't think we had there. And the battery. Was that not the recipe? We need the iron furnace first. All right, let's make that. Iron furnace. There we go. And we need some more iron plate. We've already run out of iron plate. So let's pop that there. Grab the hammer. And might as well just turn it all into plate because we are going to use it all. And then we'll put that across there. And our battery on the top. And there's our generator. And we're going to go and put that down over here straight away. So like I said, I'm probably going to start off. I'm going to put this in this corner. And I'm not going to put it right next to the edge, I don't think. We're going to build our walls up around the outside. So actually, yeah, if we put it on the edge of the andesite just here, then it's kind of out of the way. So that's the generator. Okay, so let's have a look at getting this macerator made. And grab another block of copper from over here, because we are going to need to make a load more. I think it's 6 we need for this, not that one. And was that the macerator? Yeah, for this. So we're going to need 6 of the insulated copper cables, another iron plate, which we've got there. So let's quickly turn that into plates, like so. And then we need to grab 6 of those. In fact, we might as well just do it all, because we're not going to use the copper plates. We're only going to use the copper cable. Cool, and then we've got just enough rubber to be able to do the 6 that we need for that. I'm hoping that the trees start to produce rubber. Some of them have grown, by the way. But yeah, I've not seen... I'm getting sidetracked again. But yeah, I've not seen any of the little rubber nodes growing on them yet. And I'm hoping that I haven't messed them up. Probably it would have been better to leave them over the other side. But yeah, all is not lost. If that is the case, then there are a load more over there. But I just wanted to have them a little bit closer. So, let's go into here. Let's make those into the insulated cables. And then we need those there, those there. I think it was a bit of redstone either side and a plate in the middle. It was. And then we need some flint, some cobble, a basic machine casing, which is just a big old circle of iron plates. I can see we're going to end up running out of iron at this rate, and I grabbed up nearly 2 stacks of it. But yeah, it's fine. We kind of expected to have to do a lot of mining. Right, so we've got that. And we need to go and grab our diamonds because we need this diamond cutter. Gotta say, it kind of hurts me a little bit to have to use my diamonds for this, but gotta progress things. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to at least use that to get some better armor. But yeah, we'll work on some different armor, I guess. And have I really got no more iron? Right, let's just grab some more iron really quickly. That was a bit of a pain. I thought I had one bit left, but yeah, seemingly not. Okay, so that's that iron. And let's just turn that into ingots. Pop one of those in the middle, and then that'll be our diamond cutter. And now, I think if we got everything, we just need some flint. And that is the one item I don't remember seeing. Oh, there we go, flint. Good. We've got a load of gravel anyway, so it wouldn't have been a massive issue. But now we should just be able to pop that together. And there's our macerator. Yeah, I was quite keen to get that as soon as possible, because obviously, and that's now going to start filling it with power. And we will connect that with cable, I guess, at some point. I think we can just use the copper cable for this anyway. We just put this... Does it have to be insulated? No, it doesn't. I mean, obviously, it's next to the machine anyway, but as we start to put further machines along, we're going to need the casing. And I think because these are only tier 1 machines, that copper will be quite sufficient. And we're not going to be using them that huge amount. But yeah, so now we can pop whatever we want in here, like so, and then that will turn that into the powder, and it will give us 2 for every 1 block. Obviously we've got our first bit of ore doubling, which was kind of what I wanted really, because it's a bit of a waste. Yeah, so we've got some crushed copper ore. Okay, and I think then we can just go and throw that in the smeltery in order to get our ingots. Gotta admit, I was kind of expecting some form of powder. So we've got no copper in there. We'll leave that to run for a second and just make sure that does turn into 2 ingots. And then we're going to want, not the copper, we're going to want a whole bunch of iron. So I'm just going to leave that in there running. And obviously the metal former is the next thing that we need, but we're going to need to make ourselves the compressor first of all. This is probably where we're going to fall over in terms of rubber, yeah, because we need some more rubber to be able to do that. Let's just have a quick look. Have these not grown any nodes yet? I'm not even sure in terms of in-game time how long it would normally take, but it's okay, it's fine. We'll nip over to the swamp and we'll just have a quick look and see if there's any more rubber over there. Okay, so yeah, there are a couple of them, so we'll grab that. I'm actually going to leave these trees here. just because I don't want to risk ending up having no access to the nodes at all. Did I pick that up? Just be a little bit careful with these because they do seem to fire those off, and I definitely grabbed that one. But yeah, I've absolutely no idea where that went. They just seem to fire them off quite a distance. Yeah, we'll get rid of these leaves and just see if there's another one there. Right, can we grab that? Cool. Right, there we go. So we've got 3. It seemed that it fired that one up into the air for whatever reason. And there's no more on that side. And I've got to say, I kind of do miss the old Mine Factory Revisited rubber trees, because you could just harvest those down and get the rubber that way. This is just a little bit more faffy than I would like. But yeah, I guess fine. So that's that. We are going to need more rubber than that. Anyway, I'm going to have a little bit of a wander around, see if we can find some more rubber trees, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I got back and I noticed that a couple of these have now grown nodes, and I'm not sure whether it's the right thing to do just to take the leaves straight off, but yeah, it kind of makes it easier to see where they are. There's one here as well. I gotta say, I really don't like the way it just throws them on the floor. Yeah, there was a couple. This one didn't have any on at all. I think it was this one. And I don't know now whether or not to just chop this down, or whether if I leave this, because there's leaves on the top still, so it still thinks it's a tree, whether over time it'll form a node, or whether or not, if it hasn't done it by now, whether it's never going to do it. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of these type of rubber trees, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't help to moan about it because it's all we've got. But I think that should be enough. It's certainly enough to make one of the processors. So let's go and pop this into the furnace, and we can move on. We've got another, in fact, we've got 6 in there already, so that is enough for what we need for now. But yeah, we're definitely going to need a more sustainable source of rubber, I would say. So let's pop those in there. That's the 6 of those. So we can put that there. And we're going to need some more iron. That's fine, we'll do that in a sec. Pop the redstone in there ready. And then let's turn those into plates. We're going to need a new hammer before the end of this episode. I can see that coming already. So let's pop the plate in the middle. There is the electric circuit, and we need another one of these machine frames. And yep, you guessed it, we are out of iron again, but that's fine because we've now got a bunch of iron over there in the Macerator, which means that we can pop this in here and get that doubled up fairly easily, and hopefully that will smelt quicker because it's only in crushed iron form. Okay, so that should be all the iron that we need to get this casing made. So let's just turn that into ingots, pop that in there, pop the forge hammer in, which is fast running out of uses. And now if we pop that over here like so, right there is the machine frame. Is it called machine frame? No, basic machine casing. So we need some diorite. I knew it'd have a use eventually. So let's grab a bunch of that. And while I was waiting for the iron to smelt up, I did notice that there's another one of these has appeared over here. So it does seem that they just appear over time, which is pretty cool. And there's another one here as well. Pretty happy with that. And I'll have to see if there's a way actually of automating that, because that would make life a whole lot easier. So let's pop these down the side. Let's put the machine casing in the middle, the circuit at the bottom. Cool. And there's our compressor. So we can now go and pop that next door to the Macerator. I'm not really taking any notice at the moment of what order I'm putting stuff down, and I'm probably thinking that at some point in time I'm going to pay for that, but that is now filled up with power. We're running out of coal at a fast rate of knots, so I think I'm probably going to start using wood in these things instead. Right, so final thing, let's have a look at the metal former. Was that all one word? So yeah, as I thought, we're going to need another electronic circuit. This looks a little bit more complicated to make. Toolbox is going to require bronze casings, which is fine because we've got a bunch of bronze casings, but we do need, yeah, we're going to need some more diamonds as well. So I need 2 diamonds for each of those. And then these coils, that's fine, that's easy enough. So it's really just the diamonds that we need in order to make those. Cool, right. I'm gonna sleep really quickly. I'm also gonna, am I gonna get attacked? I'm gonna nip away again. I'm gonna do a little bit more mining. Probably a lot more, as I say, because diamonds have been pretty hard to come by. And then when I've done that, we'll come back and we'll get this metal former made. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we are back and I've managed to just finish off eating. Managed to find a few more diamonds. As I expected, it's taken a fair while to just repair my pick while I am at it. And I've also been busy over at the Macerator, just getting loads and loads of these bits and pieces. So got some tin in there, in fact, might as well go and grab that. That does go through coal quite quickly, so we are definitely going to have to get on top of that situation pretty soon. But yes, I've already got some of these bits and pieces ready, and I've just been throwing these into here, and we've made some more bronze as well because we're going to need some more of that. In fact, let's just grab out another block of the bronze actually. So we need to make ourselves the metal former, but in order to do that, the first thing that we are going to need to do is we're going to need to grab ourselves some of the gold plate, because we're going to need 9 of those in total. So that's going to be, I think, the right amount. Yeah, so we're going to need 18 of those like so. And our hammer has just broken, so let's head on back over here. Once we've got the metal former, it's going to be so much better, and I think that gives us an extra plate as well for our money. So let's grab the forge hammer. I apologise for my voice, I've got a little bit of a sore throat again. I always seem to have a sore throat of late. Right, let's grab that, and we've got our 2 treated sticks, so I knew it was going to break. And like so, and then we can just finish this off really quickly. Cool, right, so there's our 18 of those. We need to throw those into the compressor, and then that's going to create the dense plates that we need. In fact, not the macerator, let's put it into the right piece of kit, into the compressor. Thankfully that is pretty fast. I didn't actually see whether or not there was any upgrades easily doable for the overclocker upgrade. So we're going to need coolant, and going to need some of that. How do we get the fluid into? Okay, we just need empty cells and water buckets and empty cells. So that's pretty easy to make actually. We could see if we get quite a few overclockers in there and just make that a little bit quicker. Cool. And these have been, by the way, these have been busy producing some more nodes for us. So yeah, pretty handy. Pretty happy that that's working. Right, hopefully that's finished, and we can grab ourselves the metal former. So cool. So we've got the 2 plates that we know. Just want to make sure actually that it was just 2 plates, because it's been a while since I looked at it. Don't know why I'm typing in capitals. Metal former. And yes, it's just 1 plate for each. So we need, let's make these first of all. Oh, we need dense iron plates as well. So quite pleased now that we grabbed as many of these as we did. So let's make Is that really only going to make 17 of those? I thought I just grabbed 2. Right, so 1, 2, 3. And that's our 18 that we need to pop into the wrong piece of kit again, into here. Cool. I'm glad actually, it seems that it will just macerate that back up into the bits that we need to put back into the smeltery if we need to do that. So if we mess up, not sure how we could though, but that is pretty handy to know. So dense iron plate, just waiting for that other iron plate to finish off. And while that's doing that, let's turn half of that into planks, because we're going to need that. So we need 8 chests in total. Is that finished? It has. Right, let's head over here. Let's make our 8 chests. And that's not going to be enough. Don't know why that didn't quite do. So that's 7. I'm going to have to go and collect some more wood at this rate. So that's our 8 chests, and then we need some of the bronze, because we're going to need to turn that into casings. So there we go. And now if we pop that in there with, it's with the hammer again, isn't it? With those, right, there's some casings. Good. So we've got that, and now, so the wooden casings, so we are now missing just normal logs, so we need to go and chop down another tree. Ah, right, one more tree, and that should do us. Pop that there. Did we get any more? It's getting dark again already. I've taken so long, it's getting dark again. Right, let's just grab what we need from here. So we need the casing, like so, and another casing because we need 2 of these. Now we're missing sticks, some more sticks, and hopefully, yeah, cool, that's the case. Let's just sleep really quickly because I don't. Things have been sort of like, every time I come back from the mining dimension, they do seem to have disappeared, so that is pretty the spawns. Right, so we got that. Now we should be able to pop one of those together and one of those together, and then finally the 2 of those. Good. Right, so we got those, and now we need some more of, we need some of the rubber, which we've got over here. Got to admit, I will be a lot happier once we've got our walls built. Right, so we need 6 of them. 6, and pop that in there. Grab that back out again, and we should be able to make ourselves one of those. Good. And then finally, right, so we need to make a load more of the copper. So let's do that. Let's grab the hammer, which is just here. This hopefully should be the last use of this hammer, like so. And now we should think, we need some more copper. Copper, some more iron. We should be able to make the 3 of those that we need. It's not a 2x2. What are you doing? Like so. Alright, there's the 3 of those, and now we're just missing this. So we do need to grab just a little bit more of the iron. In fact, we need another block of iron. Have we got enough iron in here to make a block? Not quite. Right, so just grab some of the crushed iron. Let's throw that in there quickly. Okay, so let's just grab our iron out. And now we should have just enough. In fact, I'm just going to turn all of that into plates just to make life a little bit quicker. And yeah, that's just about going to run out in time. Let's make ourselves a casing, like so. And now, we should just be able to throw this together. We good. We can. Good. Right, pop that there. And we'll put the metal former over here next to this. And just get that linked up, like so. And hopefully that's filling it with power. How are we doing for coal over here? Not great. I didn't see actually whether we'd got any more anywhere. Let's just have a look and see if we have. Otherwise, there's a few places that I've seen coal in the mines. So if there's none left, then there's a couple there. Okay, so I grabbed myself a wrench and I moved these two over just because I wanted to create some space here. And I believe the wrench still has a small percentage chance of breaking stuff, but yeah, I'm not sure what it is. It did in 1710 anyway. But the reason why I want a space is because I've made myself an electric furnace, and that was pretty easy to make. Just another one of these circuits and an iron furnace, so pretty simple stuff. Still tier 1, so I'm going to throw that there, and I'm kind of hoping that this feeds directly in. If it doesn't, then I guess we'll just have to make a transfer node or something. I'm not sure that we can actually even... Is that open to us yet? It should be. Yeah, it is. We need a hopper for that. But I've got some aluminium now anyway, hopefully, somewhere. Yeah, we've got some aluminium. Right, cool. So let's just have a quick look. And that doesn't seem... Is there like some kind of a push upgrade with this? I can't remember. Like I said, it's been a fair while since I've used it. What was that? Oh, the molecular transformer. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got. So we should have a section that's got all the upgrades in. And there we go. So we've got the overclocker upgrade. Transformer upgrade increases energy input tier by 1. Advanced. Right, automatically input from the first valid side. Automatically input from the advanced pull-in. Automatically output to the first. That's what we want. So how... Can we not make that yet? That's weird how we've got the recipe up for 1. And so we need the pull-in upgrade. And I'm not... Right, that was really weird. Let's try that again. So I want the ejector upgrade. Okay, and that is that one. So in order to do that, we need some tin plates and a piston. Oh, that's fairly easy. Let's go and... Actually, let's do that because we're going to need that. Caught me a little bit on the hop, actually, because that is a lot easier to make than what I thought it would be. I think we should be okay to use some of that. And let's just quickly have a double check. So we want some wood, which I didn't pick up. Where are we? I've lost myself. Right, so grab some wood and pop that in. So bit of wood, bit of redstone, bit of iron, and fingers crossed. So it doesn't look as though that works. Oh well, it was worth it. It was worth a shot. I would have thought that it would do, but that's fine. We'll just go and grab some of this stone that was in here somewhere. Now we've just got some of that. So have we got our chisel? Where, oh where did I put the chisel? Oh, there it is. Let's just chisel that back to normal stone. So I don't really want to waste anything of a camera. So we've got that. And now hopefully we can just pop one of those together. Have I got that the wrong way around? I haven't. Why is that not working? Don't tell me. It just needed cobble. Yep, clearly I can't read properly today. So we've got that. And if we surround that with... It was with iron plate, wasn't it? No, it's with tin plate. Good. But there we go. There's the ejector upgrade. Let's stop messing around with it. Now, hopefully, if I now go and pop this into one of these slots here. Good. And then that feeds into here. Cool. So that is that kind of automated. And now, if we grab ourselves a hopper. So we want a chest. Like so. And we want some of this aluminium because we have to use that instead of anything else. So there's a hopper. And in fact, we grab ourselves another chest as well. Like so. This is now turned into a longer episode, but that's fine. We've got a first bit of automation hopefully coming here. So here and here. Like so. And then we can just pop whatever we want. And we haven't got any ores at the moment. Let's just try that. Go and grab some of the ores. Wherever they are. So a bit of gold, bit of iron, bit of silver. That'll do for now. And hopefully we won't have to worry about the smeltery for too much longer. So let's pop that in there, pop that in there. Like so. So it's going to feed through into here. It's going to feed into the macerator. And obviously that isn't going to... We need another ejector upgrade in order to get this to pop out into a chest just here. Okay, so yeah, I've grabbed that. And now if we put that here, we'll put our chest down just here. Cool, there we go. So that is now properly automated. And we are just going to end up with all of our ingots going into there. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So it's a good start on the IndustrialCraft2. And hopefully we haven't strayed too far from the guide because I haven't looked at it once since we started this. Yeah, got the Macerator, got the compressor, yeah, storage crate. Yeah, I don't think we'll be using that for storage. We're going to use the storage drawers. Making an extractor is also a good investment, so you use less sticky resin for getting rubber. Yeah, we need to make that as well because that is definitely an issue at the moment. And we've got some more power options. Yeah, so we need to be working towards getting the blast furnace so that we can get steel so we can open up the nether. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's just sleep really quickly. Okay, so yeah, that is going to be it because otherwise this is going to end up being a really, really long episode rather than just a long episode. But yeah, I hope you've liked it. And I feel like we've made some real progression today. Got our first little bit of automation. It's not much, but yeah, it makes me happy. And yeah, we can automate this as well now that we've got some aluminium to make hoppers. And yeah, cool. So if you like the video, drop us a like. Always appreciated. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.